Right, hello there, ladies and gentlemen, social media world. I did say I would do this one in no, in another video about like energy drinks, explaining exactly what a Juneberry tastes like and is and what it is. But I thought, nah, while I've looked it up before I forget, brackets don't mean Slipknot song of same name. But anyway, as I was saying, right, that this is a follow-on, like a part two, if you will, of the Blue Edition sugar-free Red Bull Juneberry energy drink. While I'm waiting on the food for later. But anyway, as I was saying, right, that a Juneberry, and I am right, but it's just that drinking it as a drink isn't a proper representation of the molecular structure of the fruit in questioning. It's just like enhances part of. But anyway, it is a cross between a cherry, a blackberry, and a blueberry, and it's dark purple, but they look exactly like very, very, very small grapes, more closely related to blueberries, because put them side to side, you'd get them mixed up. But one is a tiny little bit darker than others, and you harvest them properly mid-summer. I think it's June to July, and but every single one of them on the same bunch or the same tree can ripen at different rates. But they look cool. And you can use them exactly like any other fruits. You can eat them raw, you can have them in jams, syrups, compotes. A jam and a compote, I think, is just cooking the berries or any fruit just until it leaks its juice, and then that's it, and then put it into a jar. And then leave it, and then that's it. But then a jam is leaving it for longer and putting something in it to make it like sort of like a solidified, like a jelly. It's more thicker and cooks for longer, and there's more ingredients in it. Anyway. Basically, and in essence, a compote is just heating up the fruit until it leaks its juice, and then leave it to cool down, and then have it. Anyway, so as I was saying, I like the impact because June, as in the month, and that's when you harvest it, and then berry, like blackberry, blueberry, berry, Juneberry, raspberry, berried, and berry sounds like berry, and that. So, and it should be a purple colour though, the Emery can. But maybe it's a good contrast with the purple writing in the blue can. But I cannot wait to try that Nordic Forest Fruits Purple Edition Red Bull. It's Forest Fruits. And the forest fruits would be a cross between the purple Red Bull forest fruits, Juneberry Red Bull edition, no, the blue edition, and the Viking berry. So for anyone that's never tried the purple edition Red Bull, which is the forest fruits, I would say again it's a cross between Juneberry, Viking berry, and the pink forest fruits. I'm going to have to get that forest fruits again, no? The money that I've saved up in my bank in my bedroom, I'm going to take out all the 10s, 20s, fives, 50p's and a pounds, and get some of the energy drinks that I've no tried yet. Like I'm going to get that punk punch purple one that I seen on Thursday. Definitely. But that smells incredible. I mean, I didn't like it better than Monster Viking Berry. So And I didn't like it better than Purple Edition Nordic Forest Fruits one. I really didn't. But I just regret no keeping that can and bringing it home and putting it on my wall. And I seen a video yesterday or the day before when I was reviewing an energy drink, and I didn't keep it to put on my wall. But I think back then I didn't start properly collecting them. I mean, when I was younger I did, but then I thought, oh, it's so stupid because all of them were going to like start stinking. But no, I cleaned them out properly and then put them on my wall. Because putting them on a shelf it just wasn't working. Oh God, if I kept all them, they would have been worth something, because some of them are discontinued or rebranded and got like less sugar or sugar free. Because nowadays there's a lot more sugar free energy drinks. But I really love getting or trying to get like the UK and then the American version, or the small version and then the big version, because I like putting the UK and the American version together and then the big version and the small version together, or the normal and then the sugar free one together. Basically two different versions together. I would rather do that than collect individual flavours. That's what I'm trying to do as well. And another thing, I want to try and do every less well-known brand and very cheap and generic energy drinks. I want to try every single one of them and be known for reviewing the most cheap and generic energy drinks. That would be that's really nice, and would be quite more grown up drinking that if you want to alcohol drinker. Either that, forest fruits, or Viking berry to feel like you're having something a bit more rather than just like an apple juice or whatever, or like a cordial. Aye. Anyway, right. Aye. So when I go up the stairs, I'll just wait until my Alexa says. The time to get the meat out and wrap it up in tin foil and let it rest for an hour. Right, anyway, so I would really recommend that. And as I said, it's a cross between a blackberry, oh, what was it? Blueberry, blackberry, cherry and grape, that's it. Aye, yeah. I mean, I didn't think it said about a grape, but it does taste like a grape. But one of these days I'm going to hunt down and try and like buy them in a bunch. Anyway, so I think it's covered it completely about what a Juneberry is and what I think of the liquid-based beverage in question. And maybe 2 videos about it's a bit umph and a bit gone into pure utter detail, but I really want to tell you if I like it or not, and I really do. Even though it's midsummer, June to July sort of berry, it tastes and has the vibe of a winter taste. I mean, I suppose you could, when you pick them, freeze them. Anyway, I would recommend it. Definitely. And I need to get the sugar version to compare it again, because I can't remember. Right, anyway, it's a good alternative to alcohol. Right, cheers. Anyway, it would be the closest to mixed fruit cider. Right, anyway. Bye.